All right, it is Monday morning, by far the busiest day of my week, and I want to show you how I keep nice and structured with my morning routine. It literally sets the tone for my day, for my week, to be a mom, to be an entrepreneur. So let's get into it. Okay, first up, I like to have some type of connection time. Call it connection, call it spiritual time, call it meditation. But before I actually even get out of bed, I spend 10 minutes just being in quiet. And a lot of people say to me, well, Ange, I'm not good at meditation. I'm not good at it. There is no right or wrong way to do it. It's just that time to be with yourself before you're running around getting kids ready for breakfast, before you have to run around and get ready for work. Just be in the quiet and let yourself just kind of soak it all in. And so right now, because I'm like, well, I don't even know what I'm doing with meditation, I am using this app called Waking Up, and I found it to be very soothing. And his name is Sam Harris, and he just walks you through it, and then all of a sudden you're done in 10 minutes and you just feel ready to go. Like, you actually feel excited for the day. So rather than waking up and being like, I gotta go do this and I'm frantic about that, it actually just puts you in this peaceful environment. So you kind of just wake up already feeling excited about the day. Next up, I have committed to getting dressed and putting on makeup and doing my hair every single day, no matter what day of the week. And I think it's because when I found out I was pregnant, then I found out it was twins, a lot of moms said to me, oh, Ann,
say goodbye to taking shower. You're never gonna have time, never gonna be able to get done. Swear to God, it's 8 p.m. and I haven't even washed my hair or brushed it.
And I was like, Like, I am gonna commit in my morning routine to waking up and to getting myself ready, even if it's just mascara and lip gloss and throwing on some, like, athleisure clothes. You totally get that? It's like a little bit of makeup and just putting on some cute clothes, you already kind of feel more confident. And so that's step number 2. Now, what's next? I think a big part of having a morning routine is having some ritual around it, having some environment set up that makes you excited to do it, where it doesn't just feel like, oh God, it's one more thing I have to do. I got to do this morning routine. For me, in order to really be excited about that routine, I like my environment set up exactly how I want it. And if you think about rituals, maybe think about like your PM ritual. What do you do? Like, what are your steps right before you go to bed? I'm sure you can see some repeating patterns. Maybe you work out and all of a sudden you're thinking, oh yeah, I got ritual around that. Like, I have to put my shoes on first that I'm working out in. Then I fill up my water bottle. Then I set my equipment up a certain way. I open up my workout journal. It's the same as the morning routine. Have some environment established around it that excites you. So for me, I light my candle. I fill up my big water bottle because I'm going for 40 ounces right first thing in the morning to rev up my metabolism, to get me nice and energized. I decide what my energy drink will be for the day, whether it's gonna be hot coffee, iced coffee, or an energy drink. And it's Monday, and this is my busiest workload, so I always go for my Bang energy drink on Monday. By the way, if you haven't tried the Bang energy drink, whoa, you are missing out. It is really fun to have these fruity flavors. This morning I had Rattle Skedaddle, and there's Purple Haze, and there's Pina Colada. It's just, you have these flavors and you just feel so playful and fun. So I've got my environment set up. I'm cruising with my energy drink and my water. Now it's time to get serious. Okay. So I'm dressed, I'm ready, I've had connection time, I got my candles flickering. Now it's time to sit down and plan out my day. This is where you're gonna get the biggest bang for your buck. Literally taking what's up here and putting some pen to paper. So I wanna start with this. I love a good planner. I buy them based off, oh, are they pretty? Are there flowers on the front? Maybe there's one popping up on Instagram that someone's talking about on Amazon. Maybe I pass one at Marshall's. But I have not found one that has everything in one place until I got introduced to this on some podcast I was listening to. And it's the 10X Planner by Grant Cardone. I cannot recommend it enough. It has been absolutely amazing for me to get really aligned with my day, with my intentions, with what I want out of whatever goal I'm going for. So let's start with the first part of this. What I really love is that there is time blocks in here. So a lot of planners have this, but they don't have all the other stuff that this one has. And so with the time block, so for example, today is Monday. This is a really busy workload for me. So I can go through the time block, and I like to prioritize like my plan based on, well, what is an absolute commitment I have for today? Like, what is a big work intention that has to get done? And for me, my biggest thing today is doing my nutrition and fitness check-ins with my women that I coach. So that's me reviewing their data, reviewing their stats, like looking how things go. That has to go in my planner first. So I'm gonna block out that time. And what I love by this one is it's blocked out in like parts of the day. So there's like early morning, mid-afternoon, late afternoon. All right, so work commitment went in there. That's the biggest thing I need to achieve today. If I don't get anything else done, that is okay. I will feel like, hey, you did what you set out to do and all is good in life. What else has to happen? Well, I have to get the kids to daycare. Like, I gotta get them to daycare and I gotta pick them up into daycare. So this sounds kind of crazy, but I literally block that time out in here. So then I know, okay, that's already taken, what can go around it? So start with like, what's a big intention that has to get done, commitments, and then what are other areas that are gonna be pulling you in? Like maybe you're a mom that has to drive kids to activities. Maybe you have to get to work super early at 5 a.m. Like block it out and know exactly what you're gonna do. And so after that, then I build in the me stuff, because if mommy's doing some stuff that she wants to do, I'm a way happier person. And so for me, I'm scheduling out my workouts. I'm literally putting them in my calendar, blocked out as timed appointments. So just like if you had a dentist appointment, a doctor's appointment, you wouldn't miss it because it's in your planner. Schedule out those workouts. So I'm looking at the beginning of the day and I'm deciding, okay, what makes most sense, where my workout's gonna go, and then where is my walk gonna go, because that's when I like to do my continuing ed or listen to podcasts. And then other than that, like I'm literally just breaking it down. A big one that I put in here is actually scheduling out meal times. I don't know if you've ever caught yourself doing this, where like you're standing at the kitchen counter and you're like just like literally shoving food into your mouth while the kids are running around, where you don't even take a breath and you're like, this is how I eat right now because of all of this chaos. I use this planner to look for transitions in my day that make most sense between work or if the boys are home, of when I can eat in peace and enjoy my meal, right? I don't want to just be eating food just to eat it. Like I actually love the experience of it. So I build in meal times. So I have work commitments, kid commitments. I have my commitments in there. Once it's all pen to paper and it's not floating around up in my head, I just feel more in control. I feel more peace about my day rather than just going in the day and it's chaotic and reactive. And then I'm wondering why I couldn't get it all done, right? The whole busy mentality. That's because I didn't have a plan in place if I was too busy. So now I have my time ready to go for me, for my business, for my kids, for my relationships, whatever it is. Time blocks. Okay. Next big thing I'm working on in my morning routine. I like to call it like my power hour or my power half an hour. Maybe you're gonna call it your victory hour. Maybe it's your champion hour. Like there's all these different like AM routine sayings out there. I call it the power hour. And literally when I'm done, it does not matter what day of the week it is. And sometimes it only can last 30 minutes if the boys wake up early. Sometimes it is a full hour if I am up early enough, if there wasn't like, you know, a night where the boys were up and then I was totally exhausted because I didn't get my normal sleep. But I feel so powerful when I'm done. Like literally I throw my hands up in the air and I'm like ready to attack the day. So even if they wake up cranky or, you know, Paul's in a mood, I feel great because I've already taken time for myself to get down what needs to get down. And so right now I'm big into goal setting. There's a lot of research out there that the more you focus on your goal, like focus on what you want, not what you don't want, and you will have that. And so I write it every single day. Every morning I write it and every night that I have it. And right now I have some personal growth goals and I have some business goals. And so I write them out. I spend time visualizing them, basically putting them into the physical realm and writing them as if I already have them. And guess what? It's way easier then to go over to my time block and to focus on what I want because it aligns with my goals. So I'm doing goal setting and then I'm doing targets for the day. Like if there is even some type of commitment, like I have to get the boys to the dentist or I have to do the laundry, like all of those targets go in there. So then it's not just wondering how it's gonna get done. I know exactly what needs to happen in that day. So goal setting is huge. Target setting is huge for me. Just keeps me super aligned with what I want. Okay, so that's me planning out my day. The next thing I do is I gotta know what food I'm gonna eat. I'm telling you, like, I love food. People think because I'm in like health and fitness, oh, she must not eat. Let me tell you, I am always hungry and I get super excited about what my food's gonna be for the day. So next thing I do is I spend time in my fitness pal and I plug all of my food I'm gonna eat in there for the day. Now sometimes that changes because my mood with food might change, or sometimes someone might ask me out for dinner and I had already planned my dinner. But the point of it is, again, it's to take mental bandwidth away from the things that I don't want to have to focus on. Like for me, most of my food during the day is for sustenance. So I'm gonna build in all of those food sources that'll keep me energized, that'll keep me lean. I'm gonna build in food to look forward to. So for me, it's dessert. So I just spend like literally 2 minutes putting in my food, and then all of a sudden, just having that type of routine and structure around it, I know I'm gonna be more likely to stick to my nutrition plan than just kind of grabbing aimlessly throughout the day. Okay, I mean, that's pretty much my morning routine, but I'm gonna be honest with you, my morning routine changes every single day. And I have a lot of people that are like, hey, it sounds great, it sounds like you have it dialed in, but you know, I'm out the door at 5 a.m. or maybe I work the overnight shift. Oh, my kids, you know, I'm at that age where they're not sleeping a lot right now. I get it. The point of having some type of AM routine or power hour or whatever you want to call it is just for you to brain dump. Because what happens is if we don't put pen to paper, or if we don't just spend time thinking about it, it's almost like it's just bouncing around in our head and we just kind of feel like we're moving through the day, just going through the motions without an actual intention or a focus. And so if your AM routine has to be when you get to work and it's your first work break, great, spend that time for you. And if it has to be in the middle of the day because the kids, you know, they were up in the middle of the night and you're sleeping in a little bit, awesome. It's just a time for you to get aligned with what it is that you really, really want. And if your schedule changes, like mine changes every single day, which can pull me in and out of rhythm if I don't focus on having this morning routine for myself. And so the boys are home with me Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then they're at daycare. Wait, that was wrong. They're home with me. No, they go to daycare Monday, Wednesday, Friday. What is going on? And then they are home with me Tuesday, Thursday, and they're home obviously Saturday and Sunday with Paul and I and having like family time. But see, like if I don't do this morning routine, I'm all over the place. So having that time to really figure out what I'm gonna do each day because my day changes, that's super important because you can have structure every single day. You just have to be flexible and be able to pivot and really look at each day and what the structure it is for that day and how it might change to make sure you're still getting in what you need. So for example, on Tuesday, I'm gonna look at the first part of the day and be like, where's it gonna make sense to get my workout in? Because I'm home with the boys. And that's my time. Where's it gonna make sense to do coaching, you know, client check-ins, like responding to them if they have any questions? And so even if your routine changes, no big deal. Just make sure you get it in so you stay aligned with what it is that you want and what's gonna just make you feel like you. Because that's what we're looking for. We're just looking for some space and time to honestly feel our best all day long, where we don't walk into the day just already feeling anxious and worried. We walk in having that time set aside where we start the day with curiosity and energy and peace and excitement. Like that's what the AM routine is all about.